The article discusses the geopolitical outlook for the next 12 months, considering factors like the COVID-19 pandemic, economic slowdown, Russia-Ukraine war, climate challenges, and debt issues. The Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, indicated that the Israel-Hamas conflict might continue until all goals are achieved. The article suggests uncertainties regarding the two-state solution for Israel-Palestine and a growing regionalization of conflicts, such as attacks on merchant ships by Houthi militia. The analysis also addresses the Russia-Ukraine war, mentioning war fatigue and the potential impact of the US political landscape on its resolution. The Indo-Pacific region is highlighted as a potential flashpoint, and India's diplomatic achievements and challenges are discussed, emphasizing China as a significant challenge in 2024. The article concludes with India's diplomatic focus on various global issues and the upcoming parliamentary elections.
The article discusses the consequences of decisions made during and after Cyclone Michung in Chennai. It questions the preventive measure of cutting off electricity in cyclone-prone areas, emphasizing the dangers it poses, especially to the elderly and those living alone. The author advocates for accountability in decision-making during crisis, suggesting a hierarchical approach and periodic reviews to ensure rational justifications. The need for responsible decision-making, subject to scrutiny and potential consequences for suboptimal choices, is emphasized, urging a balance between transparency and expertise in handling complex scenarios like natural disasters.
Opposition-ruled states, including Delhi, Punjab, and West Bengal, had their tableau proposals rejected for the Republic Day parade on 26 January, sparking accusations of partisanship. The Aam Aadmi Party, AAP, and Trinamool Congress claim bias, as similar rejections occurred in the past. The BJP argues that these proposals serve opposition parties' political promotion. The Republic Day parade symbolizes unity, diversity, and commemorates India's struggle for freedom. The Ministry of Defence uses a screening mechanism for tableau selection based on visual appeal, impact, theme, detailing, music, and local artist involvement. Calls for greater objectivity in selection to avoid political disputes are emphasized.
A tripartite agreement has been signed in New Delhi, concluding a process initiated in 2009 involving the Pro-Talks faction of the United Liberation Front of Assam, ULFA, the Union Government, and the Assam State Government. The ULFA's Pro-Talks faction had signed a suspension of operations agreement in 2011, effectively ending the 32-year insurgency. The recent settlement allows faction members to surrender arms and vacate camps. The ULFA, independent, led by Paresh Baru, remains hostile to the peace process. The ULFA's decline from its potent insurgency in the 1990s is attributed to loss of popular support and military operations in Bhutan and Bangladesh.
Kerala faces a fiscal crisis affecting its development potential, blaming a vertical fiscal imbalance where states spend more than their revenues. Kerala's share in taxes devolved by the centre dropped from 3.88% 1995 to 2000 to 1.93% 2021 to 2026, hindering growth prospects. Despite robust revenue mobilization, high per capita expenditures and inadequate financial resources impair Kerala's growth. Government salaries and pensions account for 48.8% of expenditures. The state must explore new financing sources, potentially mobilizing savings within the state and reconsidering expenditure priorities. A detailed blueprint for Kerala's future economy is essential to address financing challenges and facilitate sustainable growth.
The Telangana government, under Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy, has launched the Prajapalana, People's Rule, scheme aiming to address citizens' grievances directly. Officials will visit at least 2 villages daily for 8 working days, collecting applications during Gram Sabhas. The program aims to create a comprehensive database, understand grassroots needs, and ensure effective implementation of Congress Party's welfare schemes. The guarantees include financial assistance for women, LPG cylinders, agricultural support, free power, housing, pensions, and medical treatment. The initiative has faced criticism for potential delays, and the government's financial constraints may pose challenges in fulfilling promises.
The Reserve Bank of India's RBI 2022-23 report on banking trends examines the growth of artificial intelligence (AI) adoption in Indian banks between 2015-16 and 2021-22. The analysis of annual reports reveals a significant emphasis on automation by banks, indicating a focus on improving efficiency, fraud detection, and predictive analytics. Chatbot adoption has increased, with 26 out of 33 scheduled commercial banks in India implementing this AI-driven feature. Public sector banks, PSBs, show a higher adoption rate, influenced by mergers, while private sector banks, PVBs, witnessed a reversal in trends. The report emphasizes the need for cautious adoption due to potential risks.
The Broadcasting Services Regulation Bill 2023 proposes to replace the Cable Television Networks Regulation Act and expand regulatory oversight to include OTT platforms and digital content. The bill mandates registration for broadcasting services, introduces content evaluation committees for self-regulation, and establishes a three-tier regulatory system. It extends rules to internet-based broadcasting services and introduces guidelines for content classification, accessibility, and quality. Critics express concerns over potential censorship, impacts on freedom of speech, and the subjective nature of terms like good taste and decency. The bill also outlines a self-regulation regime involving content evaluation committees, self-regulatory organizations, and a broadcast advisory council.
Advancements in genome sequencing technologies have increased the accessibility of personal genomes, leading to large-scale initiatives that utilize genetic data to improve healthcare. Personal genome sequencing can assist in tailoring treatments to individual genetic profiles and predicting susceptibility to specific diseases. However, comprehensive tests may reveal incidental or secondary findings beyond the primary purpose, sparking debates about individuals' access to such results. Studies suggest that actionable genetic variants can impact lifespan, emphasizing the potential benefits and challenges associated with widespread genome sequencing programs and newborn sequencing initiatives.